I'm constantly finding WordPress and WooCommerce plugins that are so good, I'm honestly surprised they aren't more popular. Most WordPress users are stuck with the same bloated plugins, but I found 6 under the radar tools that actually solve problems. So, in this video I'm sharing them to you to save you the search. Links are in the description, and now let's get into it. If your WordPress site is slow, you're probably losing visitors before they even see your content. And most speed plugins just throw numbers at you without actually fixing what matters. Most site owners obsess over a 100 Google page speed score, but they are shocked to see they're still failing the core Web Vitals assessment. What actually matters for your SEO and rankings is how real users experience your site. Now, if you want the best real-world performance, I recommend moving over to Flying Press. It currently ranks number 1 in Google's Chrome UX report for core Web Vitals. This isn't a self-reported stat, it's independent data collected by Google from real Chrome users worldwide. I have tested this plugin thoroughly, and here are 3 reasons why it's actually making a difference. First, it has a cloud-based image optimization, which handles all your WebP and AVIF conversions on its own cloud infrastructure. This means your own server doesn't take a hit on CPU or memory, keeping your hosting snappy. Second, it has a smart Cloudflare integration. With the help of it, you can get full-page HTML caching even on the free Cloudflare plan. Unlike other tools that purge your entire cache when you make a change, Flying Press is smart enough to only purge the HTML, keeping your static files like images and CSS ready at the edge. Third, it has a real user analytics, which means that instead of waiting 28 days for a Google update, you can see an in-plugin dashboard of how actual visitors are experiencing your site's LCP, INP, and CLS in real time. This plugin is built for real user speed. It's not just faking a high lab score. So if you're a WordPress user and you want to speed up your site, I'm gonna put the link to this awesome plugin in the video description. Just go to the Flying Press settings, enable the core Web Vitals tracking, and you'll see the impact on your actual visitors almost immediately. And the next plugin I'm gonna show you is called Filebird, WordPress Media Library Folders and File Manager, this one here. Currently it has more than 200,000 active installations, and you'll see mostly 5-star reviews. So how does it work? After the installation you'll see there is a Filebird menu down below here. There are some settings for you. For example, you can activate that each user has their own folders. You can display breadcrumbs, and you can allow built-in SVG upload and sanitization. If you would like to switch from searching using JavaScript to using an API, then you can activate this one here. Those here are the options for the Pro version, so I'm not gonna touch those. Under the tools you can generate attachment size, clear all data, and some API and importing options here. So the real power lies in the media library itself. When you go to the library, you'll see there's a sidebar and you can create virtual folders. What does it mean, virtual folders? Well, as you see, currently I have 2 custom folders, products and services, but if I open up my website uploads folder, you'll see there is no products or services folders here. So basically those are virtual folders. In order to create a new folder, let's click here, add the title, for example, gallery, save, and this is a subfolder for this folder here. If I want, I can drag it here, just move the position from subfolder to main folder. And now if I want to add any images here, then I'm gonna select uncategorized, select the images I would like to add to this folder, and let's drag them here. Boom, done, nothing else. Now some sorting options here, but those are only for the Pro version. Bulk selection and settings. Under the settings, you can select your startup folder, for example, all files or whatever it is. You can preview the Pro version for the Windows theme and Dropbox theme, but in the free version you can only use the default theme. So let's save it. And now I'm gonna go to the pages. I'm gonna open up my test page. I'm gonna add an image, and let's open up the media library, and you'll see all those folders are here. If I want to select something from the gallery folder, just click on it, select, add it to my page, and done. Also, as you see, I can change the folder also here. Now what happens if I upload the file? Let's do that. It's here. When I change the image, you'll see I can add it to this gallery folder, and done. So it's a nice way to organize your files, and this was the Filebird. Next plugin I would like to show you is called Next Dash. It's a modern customer dashboard layout for WooCommerce. And what does it mean? Well, I'm gonna show you. Let's take a look at my current default WooCommerce account page. There it is. Now when the Next Dash is installed, you'll see there is a Next Dash menu here. Let's enable it. You can upload your own logo. Currently there is only modern template, but hopefully there will be other ones. Let's save it. Let's refresh the account page, and what do you know? With just a couple of clicks, you'll see it looks much nicer and modern. Those are the recent orders. This is the orders page. Let's take a look at the order itself. There it is. Downloads, addresses. If you would like to edit, then this is a layout. And account details once again. Edit and done. If you want to log out, then there's a button for you. If you would like to search for the products, then you can do it here. For example, let's search for music, and there it is. It's searched through my catalog and displayed all the results here. Now, primary color and theme mode. By default it's light, but you can also set it to dark or use the auto. Now currently the wishlist option supports only this plugin, so if you're using your own wishlist plugin, then most likely it won't work, but I would suggest to open up a support ticket here and add a suggestion. Nevertheless, if you would like to change your WooCommerce My Account page layout and make it look more modern, then this is a nice plugin to use. Okie dokie, now since we're already talking about WooCommerce, I'm gonna introduce you the WooCommerce dummy data generator. And what does it do for you? Let's go to the WooCommerce dummy data. You can create products, you can create orders, and after testing you can just clean up everything here. For example, I'm gonna create products with 50 euros to 100 euros. I'm gonna use the existing data, that is assign a random existing categories. I'm gonna assign random existing attributes, and I'm gonna assign random existing brands. You can choose whether to generate product ID, EAN, ESBN, or none. I'm not gonna generate those. I'm gonna link upsells and cross-sells, that is 4 random products each. I'm gonna add product color images, and I can select how many images are there, from 1 to 5. Pay attention though that the more images you select here, the longer the dummy data generation takes, so I'm gonna leave it as 2. If you would like to generate product reviews, you can do it here. Let's select it. Next, total products to generate, whether 10, 25, 50, and so on. I'm gonna select 10 for quick test. Products per batch, it depends on your hosting server, so 10 products for medium servers. You can also allow it to create new product categories. I'm not gonna do that. Image source, whether albums and movies related images, Lorem Pixum images, simple placeholder images, or no images. I'm gonna leave it as albums and movies. Next, image width and image height. Now I can activate fast mode for product generation. It disables image generation and reduces delays, but since I'm gonna import images, I'm not gonna activate it. Parallel image processing options, image fallout behavior, and done. So these were the product settings. I'm gonna save, and I'm gonna generate 10 random products. You'll see these are the current settings. Let's generate, and usually it takes 10 to 50 seconds. It depends on how many images you have selected for your gallery to be generated. And done. Let's take a look. All products. And these are the products that were generated. If I take a look at one of those, you'll see there it is with 2 gallery images, random prices added to the categories. Awesome. Now let's take a look at order settings. How many orders to generate, orders per batch, email notification, that is disable emails for generated orders, order date, this week or this month. I'm gonna select this month and save. Now let's generate 10 random orders. Usually it takes less time than generating products, and you'll see it took only a couple of seconds. So when I go to the orders, I'll see all those orders here. Now when I go to the dummy data once again, there's a cleanup batch size, how many items per batch to clean up. You'll see currently I have generated 10 orders and 40 products, 2 categories. Now I'm gonna delete all generated data, but also I can delete empty generated categories, delete generated orders or generated products. I'm gonna delete all generated data. Depending on the data size, it may take a bit time, but for me it took approximately 6 or 7 seconds. And now when I take a look at the products, you'll see all the dummy data has been deleted. Now you may wonder why this plugin is useful. Well, usually when I create websites for my videos or for my customers, then sometimes I need to test the orders, I need to test how the products look like, and this is an easy way to generate data for WooCommerce. As with all other plugins, I'm gonna put the link to these in the video description, so take a look at it. It's a free plugin. Next plugin is also a free plugin. It's called Gallery Block by Galleryberg. Let's go to the pages. I'm gonna open up my test page and let's search for Galleryberg, this one here. Now let's open up the media library. I'm gonna open up the gallery. It contains only 1 image at the moment. Well, let's take a look at the services then. Let's select some images randomly from here, create a new gallery, and let's add some images from other folder. For example, let's add these random images to the gallery. I can reorder them here. I can add captions if needed, and I can insert the gallery to the page. If needed, I can also rearrange all the images just by dragging and dropping them here. Now when I open up the block settings, I can select the gallery layout, whether it's tiles or masonry, justified or square, and based on the gallery layout type, you'll see some options here. Columns layout, whether it's 3 or more, and you can set them based on your device. I'm going to enable the hover effect, this one here, and it's going to be a zoom out, although I like the tiles more than the masonry. Yeah, much better. I'm going to enable the lightbox open effect, whether it's zoom, fade or none, close effect, slide effect. I'm going to activate the keyboard navigation loop. It's not going to be zoomable, but it's draggable. I'm not going to show any captions in Lightbox. If you would like to add captions, then just click here and add your caption. This is me, for example. And now you can select whether to display the captions. If you do that, then caption type, whether it's below image, full overlay or bar overlay. Caption visibility, I'm going to show on hover this way here. Yeah. And if you would like to reset your settings, then click on this 3-dot bar here and you can reset some options or reset all. Here you can add the background, caption color, caption background, block spacing. Let's make it smaller, for example, 5 pixels. If needed, I can add border and border radius. Now if I click on the image, then some customization options for every image here. Just select what you would like to change. Now let's save. Let's open up the page. And what you know, there's my gallery. Nice and lightweight, nothing complicated here. So if you need a good gallery block, then this Gallery Block by Galleryberg is a nice plugin for you. Okay, almost there. Now next one isn't actually a plugin, but it's a Chrome extension. I built it for myself. And the reason for it is that I'm lazy. I don't want to remember the passwords and I don't want to click on the login button even when the browser remembers my username and password. Therefore, I created this extension. It's here. If you open up the settings, you can add the site you would like the auto login to be working. You can add your clients here. And now let's test it. I'm gonna go to my test site, this one here. I'm gonna log in. And as you see, there is a bar. Save this page to WP Quick Login. I'm gonna click yes. I'm gonna add a client name, save the client, and done. Now when I log out and open up this site, you'll see that I'm gonna be logged in automatically. Awesome. Now what I can do here is, under the settings, I can add this page to the favorites, and favorite websites are always displayed on top here. You can export all your sites or import. If you export, then you can set the password for the export file. And if you need to import all your websites, then just click on the import clients button, select the file, enter your password, click OK, and all the websites will be imported. If there are duplicates, then duplicates will be skipped and you'll always have the newest version of your websites here. So, nice but a handy way to log into your sites. As I said, I'm the lazy one here, and that's the reason I created this extension. And these were the plugins I wanted to show you today, but if you're a Mac user, then there's an extra for you. I have created a Mac app called Site Load Tester, and it has 8 built-in tools. It has a site load tester, this one here, just start load test and see how does it work. There is also a speed tester. You can create simple tests or full rendering test. You can see the history and compare the baselines. You can test your site using Page Insight, and using the Page Insight you can also create SEO audits. The same app allows you to create security check. There is a sitemap checker, crawler control, and network diagnostics, all built in one tool. I'm gonna put the link to it in a video description, and currently the price is only 34 euros, but if you take a look at the description of this video, then there's a nice 15% discount coupon for you. Just follow the link, use the coupon, and you're good to go. And these were the plugins I wanted to show you today. Let me know in the comments which one is the one you like the most, and if you have your own favorites plugins you would like me to know about, then let me also know in the comments. Wait! If you find this tutorial helpful, then press thumbs up, this one here, and take a look at this side of the screen. It contains 2 good videos. I think you may find them useful. Meanwhile, take care. Bye.